Hey, happy day, Donald Trump. You know what? He is a class act. He's a classy guy, like him or not, it doesn't matter. I mean, he comes out with some things that are just profound. I mean, he gets arrested, he gets a mugshot, he gets fingerprinted, all of that stuff. And what does he do? He says this: while I was being arrested, Brian, I got a first-hand look at the poor and disgraceful conditions of the Fulton County jail. It's worse than you could ever imagine. It's violent. The building is folded apart. Inmates have dug their fingers into the crumbling walls and ripped out chunks to fashion over 1,000 shanks, where they go and do harm to other inmates, right? I mean, just this year alone, 7 inmates have died in that jail. He says, I need to be president again so I can fix this kind of stuff because Biden hasn't got a clue what he's doing. Market research when he goes to jail. Hey, pretty good. On a lighter note, I tried recently to remarry my first wife, right? But she figured it out. I was only after my money. Now are you ready for some real serious, depressing stuff? Here it comes. Housing crisis is center stage for all left-wing commie politicians. That's all they talk about. They can't figure it out. They really can't figure it out. It's all about taxes and red tape. Try to get a building permit today and the costs that are associated with it is outrageous. My zoning already says I can do this, but it doesn't matter. We have this master plan and you got to fill out this form and that form, and a couple of years later we may give you your permit, but you have to go out and hire this guy and that guy. The costs soar. And also, says the city, you have to pay us a big amount of money. And then the same people turn around and say, we need affordable housing. And how dare you people raise the prices? They have to because of this incumbency. It's bad. And then politicians sit back and scratch their heads and say, how do we fix this? Quit being yourself, and then it can be fixed. Segregation might not be so bad. I see smokers out in the street smoking cigarettes, and they're lonesome. They don't have anywhere to go, right? We should have restaurants that are just for smokers. The people that work there, they have to smoke or they can't get a job. It's kind of part of the interview. Do you smoke? No, I don't. You can't get hired here. So segregate them so they have their own place. The same as all these kids that the parents say have to go to school and have all these special classes and courses and different things. Let's have a school for transgenders and queer folk and so on. Let's keep everybody separate. That might work. Just saying. Japan. Keep it up here. Japan. They've got water problems. Now, they used to ship water to China, and China said, hey, you guys, you poison your water. This is fishy. We ain't going to buy any more of your fish. And Japan says, we've got all these fish. What do we do with them? Everybody's got problems. Hey, every country's got a problem or two. The U.S. has more than most because they have so many left-wing wacko politician people in San Francisco, retailers just leaving in droves. Politicians honestly can't figure it out. I used to think, really? You can't be that dumb. You must get it. You must know why. They don't. They appear not to anyway. I mean, everybody's leaving because of rising crime, and the city says, but it's not so bad. I mean, we don't lose many people. I mean, come on. The other day, there was just a dozen muggings in the hour and a couple of murders and so on. And you're overreacting. Retailers, you should all stay for a little bit longer. They're leaving. All kinds of vacancies in downtown San Francisco and more to come. Who wants to be there? I mean, it's legal to steal. It's legal to have all these needles and everything laying everywhere. You don't want to walk downtown anymore. I was there a while ago, and you know what? I kept going like this to make sure I had my gun with me and my concealed gun, and I have the permit and everything else. And I felt pretty good about having that. I didn't have an issue, but I thought, wow, look at this place. It's like a third world country. And that's just San Francisco. Go to LA, go to Chicago. They're all kind of similar. And guess what they have in common? There is a common denominator. A Democrat mayor, a Democrat group of goofs that run it. I mean, morons club extraordinaire. That's what it is. They cannot sort it out in their mind what's going on. Here, last thing of the day. This is profound from your wiser advisor. Think about this. You go out and you work really hard for a day and you make $100, okay? So then you pay 33% tax on the $100, more or less, but call it that for conversation, for this one at least. So that takes away $33. You're left with $67. Then you go and you put some gasoline in your car. You put $67 worth of petrol in your car. And there's a 48% fuel tax included in that, which is also taxed. The tax is taxed by another tax. So that ends up to be $38.86. Are you still with me? It gets worse. This means the government just got $71.86 out of your $100 that you work for. You're left with $28.14. $28.14 out of $100. And hey, you haven't even started your day. And now you have to go shopping. You're going to get hit with tax all day long. At the end of it, you look back, what happened to me? I got beat up. You know what? You pay too much taxes because the commies in government waste too much money. It's a simple formula. It's their formula. We got to break out of this formula and try to get some sanity back into the system. We're overtaxed, we're overworked, and because we work so hard to feed our families, we only complain to each other. We don't get to do much about it because we have to go home and rest up and go out and do it again tomorrow. So we need to band together and talk. And all you people who are sitting around complaining, you younger people, not us old guys, run for office, but don't go, don't go to Washington, D.C. to change it and have it only change you. You need to go there and really make a change, which means you got to run. Same thing in Canada. Go to Ottawa, but don't let it change you because it always does. Don't become a professional politician. Go there and get the job done and then quit and go out and do your real job. And that tax thing that's going on will be lessened because of your input. Hey, see ya.